Okay, Mr. Onanuju, there are examples of past leaders that have been jailed or are on trial for corrupt acts. Do you think it's possible for us to leave partisanship? I mean, leave out the party thing and look at these issues critically. I'll give you examples. The leaders of former presidents of Brazil and South Korea have been tried at one time and given varied prison sentences. The former president of South Africa is in court right now because of corruption allegations or on corruption charges. So is it possible for us to leave out partisanship and look at the issues on ground so that if someone errs, the person is taken to court and let the person prove his or her innocent or otherwise go to jail?
Yes, it is very possible for that to happen. But before that can happen, Nigeria has to now transmute into being a nation. What we have right now is some kind of design, a building designed by soldiers. It is not a nation. That's why people are not loyal to it. That's why we're asking for a restructuring. What the soldiers designed is a dead baby that nobody seems to be loyal to. Let us restructure the political superstructure so that the component federating units will have some quality of allegiance to the central government. But where you now design something that is actually fraudulent in its design, nobody is going to be loyal to it. That is the reasons why we're asking, now that we are a democracy, we have successfully restructured our economy to become the largest in Africa through privatization. We should also restructure the political superstructure by privatizing political actions to allow the component federating units to be contributing to the running of the nation. When you put everything into one single hand, it breeds corruption. That's why you see President Buhari designed a government of hate. When you perform exclusion, exclusion is hate. And because of President Buhari's government is designed on a hate platform, that's why you're seeing the reactive hate all over the country. So if you design something and you exclude a lot of people, that is hate. And that's why you don't yet have a nation. Let us design a nation where every Nigerian will be loyal to, where every Nigerian will look to, where those who commit corruption will know that they will go to prison. Not those who commit corruption and loot will simply know that by them now changing their allegiance to the ruling party, that they will go free. That means there's no loyalty to what is called country. Let's not build a country where corruption is the system, because what we have designed right now is a corrupt system. And look at it. There's been no privatization. The only enterprises that are not yet privatized, like the NNPC, the president seized it and then used nepotism as policy to fill its membership. That is pure corruption. So this is what we're saying. Look at him. He's not sincere. Just in order for him to gain re-election, he has sacrificed the party chairman to Chief Tinubu. And that is what you see as corruption. When things are done to better personal interest, that is corruption. Let us design a brand new country, and I believe that is possible. I am very optimistic about a new Nigeria because I know inevitably nobody can change the inevitable.
Okay. Mr. Onanuju, are there people in your party or in the previous administration that looted this nation? And should they go to jail?
Yes.
Are they
amongst
the names that have been published?
I'm a member of a political party.
Mr. Onanuju?
Yes. Anybody who commits any offense should answer for it.
So are there some of these people in the list that has been published?
I cannot say so because I believe that all successful societies are based on the rule of law. The list can only become real if it is confirmed by a court of law. The list is not, as you can see, Mr. Secondus has gone to court because nobody has charged him for any offense, and yet you're putting his name on a list. How come it's only the PDP members that are on that list of 6 persons? What about all the holistic persons who were in PDP before, but have now crossed over to the SDP? To the APC. Let us be honest about being loyal to one Nigeria. Okay. What we have right now is not real.
Catch. But some people on that list have returned some monies. What does that mean? What does that say to you? The EFCC has recovered some monies from some of them.
Who have they recovered money? Call me 2 names.
Well, according to the information on the internet, 4.8 billion was recovered from Lieutenant General Minima. 29 million was recovered from General Ihejirika. 2.8 billion was recovered from Air Marshal Amosu.
Good. You have called members of the uniforms. These are service people. Yes, I agree. The services are very corrupt. How come they've nobody called anybody in the police? This is also what I also want to hear. What about the people in the customs? I've not heard about this. What we're talking about now, what I'm concerned about is members of the political class. Yes, there are looters. And that's why PDP gave that holistic apology that under our watch, a lot of things went wrong. But I think that the government should punish those people who are guilty of looting. Now, a lot of that money you hear recovered. The reasons why the people are not being tried is because what is being declared is probably below what was taken from them. Because if they go to court, they probably reveal the full extent of what has been taken from them. So what you're noticing is also the looting of the recovered loot. As I'm talking to you right now, Mr. Magu cannot give Nigerians an honest figure. Remember, the Minister of Finance was aghast that he's not been able to give a figure when the president said give figure. So why are we having problem being honest about the amounts recovered so far from those who have recovered money? Yes, tell me about soldiers who have recovered money, and I agree. But tell me about the politicians who have crossed over to the APC, and I'll ask you, are you sure? Don't forget, the Rivers State government concluded an investigation, gazetted the investigation, and then letter was written to the EFCC to say that Mr. Amechi is guilty of looting. What happened? The federal government said, no, we don't want to accept you or something. We will only do what we want you to do. So, as far as I'm concerned, when people like Mr. Amechi are still in the APC, still in government, still being advisors to President Buhari, you cannot take President Buhari seriously as a man who is actually determined to fight corruption.
Okay. Mr. Bamidele, he says until we become a nation, we may not be able to root out issues like corruption. In his opinion, Nigeria is not a nation. What do you think?
The first question will be, what is a nation? Is it a conglomerate of geographical, subunits coming together? Is it a group of people with a unified vision and direction of where they are headed? So it is always a matter, first and foremost, of context. Now, to the extent that, as we speak, you cannot really say, and I stand to be corrected, this is the direction we are facing as a people. Still flowing in our blood is still those elements that actually divide us. Oh, they are talking about him because he's an Igbo man. They are accusing me because he's a Yoruba man. It's because he's in PDP. It's because he's in APC. Until we get to that point. Okay.
You will hold on to that thought.
Okay.
Come back, we'll continue from that point.
Okay.
We'll be back. Please don't go away.